Alright, so probably just gonna do like one more topic because it is getting late and I do live in a house with other people and they probably don't want me watching. Yeah, no, I love this game. It is wonderful. It has all the joys of programming while I can procrastinate doing programming. Okay, so this one we're just gonna be probably setting up red circuits and probably bots. That's probably enough for a thing. So we got lots of you. Probably want some more of you. Some more assembly machines because we're gonna be assembling stuff. And probably want lots of you. Probably it's not terrible to have normal inserters. One question we need to talk about is how do I want to do science? Do I want to do boring, do belted science, or do I want to do the dumb thing with the cars? Oh, that's where we are. Because you can do some dumb stuff, essentially using cars as like little mini inventories. So essentially kind of using it as like kind of like a train, but like a very short range train. I could finally sit down and figure out sushi science, but that's complicated. That's where you use like belt conditions and inserters to essentially make you use belt conditions and inserters to. I'm just moving this along so we can know where that is, and this is gonna be the lubricant line. To essentially have one belt that has all the science on it, and will like it recombines itself and fills out with science again. And it's I'll be honest, it's real dumb. It's real dumb, but it's cool. It's exciting. Let's keep running down. I want lubricant. Alright, cool. And that line's filling with lubricant, which is all we want, and we gotta bring the sulfur up. And you're in an awkward location. Let's just move you over. Ooh, that's real awkward. Right, let's figure this out. Let's just move you here. Let's Alright, let's move you here, let's go right here, under, over, and don't worry, these lines, there's no trains running over here, so we don't have to worry about getting hit, but, okay, there we go. It's a little awkward, but it happens. What science? How many science specs do you have? We have blue, green. We have red, green, and a dinky little system making blue, but it requires to be manually filled with engine units. We essentially got enough blue to get us cracking and things like that. Okay, so red circuits. So this is like kind of like one of the community accepted like normal designs of red circuits and make sure for you. And honestly, why mess? It's essentially exactly what I'm gonna be building, but we're gonna be making some adjustments to which if I was to build it by hand, I'd build like this. But we're gonna be making some adjustments. So let's have it build everything we can of this. Except there's a few differences. This is not built with Bob's adjustable inserters in mind. So oops, that is the wrong way. These need to be the exports. So you can be turned off. So I'm not actually doing that, and you actually have two. You don't need to be there. Oops, you're in the wrong. And we'll get this eventually. Right. And there's a bunch of them here that we are just going to switch to being more long-handed inserters. Hey there, SL Audi, how's it going? Oh, and one more right there. And yeah, so this is essentially what we're going to be doing. We don't need to worry about putting on the right side because these will be combined. You put in copper here, and you put in plastic and the plastic and green belts in the center, and it figures it out from there. No, okay, one of these is plastic, one of these is green belts, that's what it is. And these stay because, so this is plastic, one of them's green belts, these two are copper, and it goes in. And we are going to build for 2 arrays of red circuits. So we're just going to have this space right here filled out. And don't you have the beginnings of each ready to go. And from there, they will just, we'll just have them combined like over here. I don't want to do this. Actually, let's not do it that close. Let's do this like out here. Oops. Come up there, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Dude. Cool. And they all need power, and these will get their own dedicated line. Not gonna be red circuits are important enough that they get their own line. So they're gonna come up here. This one's gonna jump underneath the circuits, and they'll come up. Oops, that is not how you go at all. You come here, and then you become your own line. Oops. Did the exact same thing again. Bounce them out, and they'll come out this way. It's always exciting to like get your first red circuits made on like this on the belt when we already actually have red circuits being made at our mini base. But what do you do? Oh yeah, this design specifically doesn't actually include doesn't have these done at the beginning, so we just gotta add those. And yeah, so let's just copy this, and we'll just make a couple more. We don't need to have a ton. Like we don't need to have full capacity of red circuits yet. We just need to get red circuits being made. That's kind of our place right now, where we're just like getting things made so we can get a trickle of other resources. Okay, so these side ones, copper. Let's get the copper in. We are out of undergrounds. Let's finish building the rest of this, and go run and grab some undergrounds because that's important. I think we also need more fast inserters. Yeah. Okay. What are you missing? You are missing undergrounds. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, but I should just grab some. Because you always need those. Honestly, just grab a full 200 undergrounds. We could use some more splitters. Fast inserters. Yeah, those are the things we needed. I'm trying to think if we needed actually anything else really. I can't remember off the top of my head. So it's fast enough to get back up here if we need to. And honestly, we're not really going to bust up oil anymore, so we can take off bus oil. And if we need to get up here, we'll just re-add it. And okay, so let's just add a few more things. Like this is oil refining. Actually, let's change that because that's the symbol we use for oil fields. Unless I haven't marked this. This is oil field C. That's not how you spell field. No, that is how you spell field. Maybe? I don't know. I'm second guessing everything now, but oil field C. And you are, I'll just say like you're cracking. I don't want you. And you are lubricant. And you are sulfuric acid. And this is where plastic will be. Well, and is. Batteries. Nope. Doop. And you are sulfur. And you are red circuits. There you are. Cool. And just keeping everything nice and labeled on the map so we can actually see where everything is. Oh, we wanted to pick up more nanobots. Okay, no, actually we're doing perfectly fine on nanobots. Okay, so here, 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 like that. Oops, do-do. Oop, don't need to have an output priority there. Hey there, Mr. Love Pickle. I gotta say, I do not love pickles. Not my thing. Hey, Foisty. Okay, so we got that. They're making wires which go into that. Okay, so one of these lines needs to be green circuits. The other needs to be non-green circuits. Plastic. Why the priority? This is essentially keeping the first line that we want as full as possible. Did I miss one? I think we're good. Well, thanks for pointing out that I might be wrong. Even if it wasn't there, it's good to know that if their case what might be, and I'd rather check and it not be there than miss it entirely. And do. And this one will be there. Plastic. And the same exact thing over here. I don't need that one. I can turn off. and now we are getting our first trickle of red circuits all coming in here, which is, of course, very exciting. And these, they make pretty slow, which is normal for this, but, yeah, that's important. Okay, so the next thing we need is, actually bots. That is our next goal. So, yes, we have bots. And, yeah, bots, that's the thing. Also, we need to set up, science, bus science. That's important. Alright, let's actually also switch you back to being trees, rocks only, because we need to clear out some of these. Alright. So, the thing we want to make is construction bots. Oh, not fusion construction bots, these are like high tier ones. We just want normal construction bots. And there's logistics bots, which are the same thing, but they are made with electronic circuits. So that requires a flying robot frame. Flying robot frames is batteries, things, electric engine units. Electric engine units require lubricant, electronic circuits, and anything. So first thing we need is engine units, which requires pipes. So we're going to just start this, and again, I'm not going to be doing math for this one. We're just going to be making enough. And essentially, I'm just going to have like 4 of each machine on this line, and honestly, it'll be overkill. Actually, I'm going to have like 2 for pipes, because I know pipes will absolutely be overkill. Also, that's not what we need. We want you. Okay, so your pipes, so you're gonna need to take in, so they're gonna take in iron and put out pipes. So the next one that we need is, hey there, Kia the snow leopard, welcome. Okay, so the next thing we need is engine units down here. So engine units require steel pipes and all that. So we're actually going to have 2 lines here. This first one is going to be pipes, so right, so we could have just pipes being on the only one on this side, and that's probably what we're going to do. And I'm just going to set you to be long inserters on these sides, so they can all get grabbed. And also I'm going to set up power just over here, just because I want to stop blinking at me. Stop blinking at me. Welcome, hashtag Jeff. Alright, let's just do it like this. Yeah, alright. Right, and all of these will come onto about here, which will be there. Alright, so that's iron. So this requires gears and steel. So we'll have gears on one side, steel on the other, and you can just be like that. Cool. Oh, that is actually an interesting point where this is the long inserter. We actually probably want the long inserter to be the central one in this instance. So let's just copy you and like just take off you, and we'll just inverse which ones are which. Which also means we want this one to be the long one and not that one. Just because otherwise this one would never be able to get pipes because it could never grab from them because it was before it was actually being put on the line. We could do fancy stuff to avoid that, but it's fine. Right, so next we need, the next one we need is electric engine units. Electric engine units is these engine units plus lubricant. Put lubricant in on this side because this will just allow us to do it like this. And the engine units will be put on this side of the belt, which means we need these circuits on this side of the belt. And we need lubricant. And we'll bring that up, and let's just hook up the lubricant right now, because that is very easy, because it is right here. And there, though, they have their lubricant. Right, next thing, these will go, and these are going to be made into the flying robot frames, and these require a lot of stuff. So they will go from here, 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 and oh, let's be smarter about this. There, and you will pick up here, drop off there, and all of you will do that, and you'll be dropped off there, and you'll be dropped off there. And this one, the near side, is where this is getting dropped off. So we want the, the far belt is where they're being dropped off. So we want those here. You don't need to be there, and you are going to be another far inserter for picking up the other side. And okay, in-rate crafting suite, and that is all the crafting ones we can do. So I think the next thing I want to pick up is advanced circuits 2 is good. Low density structures is good. I'm going to take the blue circuits first, just so we can, oh, shoot. The robots themselves. We actually have not researched the other form of robots. Actually, have we researched, logistics robots? No, we have not. We actually have not researched any form of robots, and yet we're building robots. That is not good. We wouldn't be able to actually build them. Alright, so let's get logistics first, and then also construction robots. Let's get those researched. I am kind of dumb, because I would have been very confused about, like, why can't I build these? But we can build flying robot frames. That is something we can still build at this point. Right, let us set up you. Alright, and these will have their stuff on this side, except this one will have one here. This one we want to take off of here, because it's going to have 2 coming off here. And there we go. And finally, they will get put onto a belt here, where finally they'll get picked up by this, which is what actually will make the last 2, the robots themselves, onto a belt, which will have the last 2 forms of circuits to bring them in. But we don't actually have those circuits yet, so we're not going to bother. And this is one where they want to be, the near ones want to be the far ones, or the center ones need to be the far ones, and this one needs filling because it needs to pick up, this one needs to pick up where the, this one needs to pick up where these are actually getting dropped off. And finally, these will be put into a chest, into, well, 2 chests, and then finally we'll be putting one final piece that we can't actually build yet in a moment. Cool. So, let's actually hook up all the stuff to it, and we will get our robots. So this needs to be just iron. Oops. Then we need iron, steel, and gears. So let's grab gears and steel. This one just needs electronic circuits on one side, so let's just grab you. And you need a whole bunch of stuff, so let's grab steel, electronic circuits, and batteries. So, whichever one we see first, I think it's electronic circuits. Oops. Oops. 2. And next, batteries are steel, so probably steel. batteries, and we actually need to extend all of you just a smidge. Yeah, right. And our bots will do that. And this needs to be batteries. Right. Right, and finally, this is just both types of electronic circuits that we have. So, green and red circuits. I have not. And I just realized that we had not researched logistics either. So we're doing that now. Because I'm used to them not being a blue research. I'm used to them being a red research. Which is something they recently changed. Right, so let's do, and bring you down. How are you having the bots built? Oh, these are nanobots. It's a mod that essentially lets you. Every use of them uses materials, so I'm like spending on ways like using iron to like build that. But essentially they're these. It's used as kind of like a weapon, and you kind of like spray it and it will build it that way. It builds it that way. It's faster than early game bots, where it's like when they're like slow and stuff, but it's less resource efficient, and when you get like late game bots forms, it's much faster. Even like mid game, like mid tier, like once you get like enough like speed upgrades. Right, so that was logistics robots. That's gonna be the first one, and I'm gonna set it to build about one row of each. Actually, construction we don't need that many, so much. I'm just gonna set it to build 2 stacks of construction, but logistics we use for a lot of stuff. So you are going to build us some nice, beautiful logistics robots. And why aren't you building? Because you don't have electric engine units. You don't have electric units because you don't have engine units. You don't have engine units because you're slow. You don't have that because you're trying to put them there and not there, and I was dumb about that. Okay, cool. Well, we can fix this. This is not a problem that is impossible to fix. Alright, so we are going to just move you here. We're going to move you here, and you're going to be put onto that side. And we are going to clear out the batteries here, and everything will be fine, and everyone will be fine and dandy, and we'll fix the problem. Alrighty. And like, granted, this will not make them fast by any means. It'll just make them at a point where it'll make them. And the last final thing we're doing is we're going to actually hook them up and start putting them into a RoboPort, which are running low on gears. So let's just grab some gears from the line here, so we don't actually make it personally. And yeah, so this is the RoboPort. It's very useful for, it's actually where you put bots into. And we are going to be doing something cool. I'm actually going to move it just out of here. Actually, what I'm going to do, now I'm going to do here. So we'll put some in here. But we're going to say, hey, we're going to have these two up to this. So one thing you can do here is we can say, hey, read our robot statistics. And we essentially just want to say, hey, if we don't have enough available bots, put more bots in here. So essentially adjust to the demand. So, hey, so this is making logistics bots. Say, hey, so if X is, say, less than 100, we're going to put it in. So say X is less than 100. Put bots in. And you're going to be similar, but you're going to be available construction bots, and you're going to be Z. So if Z is less than 100, put bots in. And yeah, and we're almost done with construction robots. One thing that is annoying is that our bots currently do not actually, our nanobots don't function in RoboPorted zones. We actually need a module for that. not module, an upgrade. So, like, is that you that, like, gets that? Or is it... What is it called? Because it's like, inner armor, it... I believe... I don't know what research it is. I don't even want to know what the research is called. But essentially there is a thing we can add to our armor that will, like, allow it to build within these... Here we are, in personal report. Nanobot logistic interface, but requires a blue circuit, unfortunately, so it doesn't actually not that useful. It essentially will let us use nanobots, which we kind of want, and it's kind of why I want to get blue circuits. Blue circuits are very expensive, but they are also like our in-game. So we're gonna pick up that, and then we're gonna pick up a personal robot. But now we also can build construction robots, and then we'll start building off these construction robots. And it'll take a while for these to actually, like, get enough bots in the network, but getting these early, because, like, we're not using them yet, quite yet. We haven't built them all yet, but this is probably gonna be I'm probably gonna be going to bed a bit soon, or not, well, at least going off stream for a bit, just because people are sleeping and I don't want to be too loud. Yeah, so the next time we're probably gonna be building the mall, just because a mall is a nice place to be, and kind of like, I might, I'll probably go to AFK and get some more science done, specifically get advanced electronics, and low density structures, because notably, these are the last two kind of like things we build on our bus, that will be put into the lines, and then we have the mall, and then we're going to build the whole science array, with the science array, but I want the science array because I want to keep everything on one side of the bus, so like, we're going to have mall right here, then we'll have blue circuits, low density structures, and then science, and that'll pretty much be the bus. Like, that's all the bus will be in need for, and then we're going to start looking at just blasting through a ton of science, and then we begin outposting more, where we're going to be working towards the grand goal of essentially building a module outpost. So things we need to do is we need bus science, bus bots. Oh, bus bots is done. So we need bus, blue circuits, bus, low density structures, and yeah, and that's it. And then from there, we will work on essentially working towards, like, once we have our module outpost ready, which we're trying to crank out a ton of modules so we can build outpost faster. Oh, we also will need to build up our solar loading station. That will also be very important. But I'm not going to do that until essentially we have a whole science array done. But essentially building a huge solar array, probably I'm thinking to the south, to just generate all the power we need for this. And we might do some nuclear, but I don't know. It depends whether I can be bothered to put together nuclear. It's like, why build nuclear when you could just build more solar? Well, thank you for coming, everyone. For those watching on YouTube, you can check these live at lilyharan/twitch.tv. No, other way around. Twitch.tv/lilyharan. That's how a Twitch link works. Let's uncap this. And for those watching live, you can catch the recordings of all these videos. I'm slowly releasing them on Lilyharan, or Lily's Lounge, link in the description below. Things like mod lists and stuff are in the description below as well. And yeah, well, thank you for coming, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the follow, chickens 0003. And I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll see you. Is anyone I know currently streaming? No, everyone is asleep, as I would expect, because I mostly know North American people. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful night's sleep. Good night, and may your story smile upon you.